Genesis chapter 2. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. And on the seventh day God ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the seventh day from all the work which he had made. And God blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because that in it he had rested from all the work in which God created and made. These are the generations of the heavens and of the earth when they were created, in the day that the Lord God made the earth and the heavens. And every plant of the field before it was in the earth, and every herb of the field before it grew. For the Lord God had not caused it to rain upon the earth, and there was not a man to till the ground. But there went up a mist from the earth, and watered the whole face of the ground. And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. And the Lord God planted a garden eastward in Eden, and there he put the man whom he had formed. And out of the ground made the Lord God to grow every tree that is pleasant to the sight, and good for food, the tree of life also in the midst of the garden, and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. And a river went out of Eden to water the garden, and from thence it was parted and became into four heads. The name of the first is Pison, that is which compasseth the whole land of Havilah, where there is gold. And the gold of the land is good. There is bdellium and the onyx stone. And the name of the second river is Gihon, the same as that compasses the whole land of Ethiopia. And the name of the third is Hiddekel, that is which goeth towards the east of Assyria. And the fourth river is Euphrates. And the Lord God took the man, put him into the garden of Eden, to dress it and keep it. And the Lord God commanded the man, saying, Of every tree of the garden thou mayest freely eat, but of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil thou shalt not eat of it, for in that day thou eatest thereof, thou shalt surely die. And the Lord God said, It is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him a helpmeet for him. And out of the ground the Lord God formed every beast of the field, and every fowl of the air, and brought them unto Adam to see what he would call them. And whatsoever Adam called every living creature, that was the name thereof. And Adam gave names to all the cattle, and to the fowl of the air, and to every beast of the field. But for Adam there was not found any help meet for him. And the Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept. And he took one of his ribs, and closed up the flesh instead of thereof. And the rib which the Lord God had taken from man made he a woman, and brought her unto the man. And Adam said, This is now bone of my bones, and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. And there they were both naked, the man and his wife, and were not ashamed. All right, so let's see how I feel about this particular passage. Number one, we got to remember that this is the law. So everything is pretty uh, it is written in story mode. It's written in story mode, but it's the law, right? So compared to the legal system is literally, uh, in my personal opinion, uh, opposite of the law, right? It's opposite of the law. So you read the legal system and you believe that that is, it holds weight. You know what I'm saying? It holds weight, but this is what holds weight. Most importantly, in this verse is the first reference of the Sabbath day. You know that you're supposed to take the seventh day is holy. The Sabbath day is holy. You know what I'm saying? We typically don't uh, follow this, right? We typically don't follow this, but that's what it's saying. Also, say that it says here that the man didn't have a helpmeet, so woman was created to help man. Okay, this is what the law says, right? This is, you know, man wrote this. I know people say God wrote this. Okay, well, a man wrote this. However, can be, biblically, could be, inspired by God and all this type of stuff. But at the end of the day, the man wrote this, so you got to take it with a grain of salt. But it says here that woman was created as a necessity, out of a necessity, as seen that man needed a helpmate, and so that's what woman was created for. There was one more point I was trying to make. I'm trying to see. Okay, they were both naked. The man and his wife were not ashamed. Okay, they weren't ashamed because they were in nature. They were absolutely ignorant. They didn't know the difference between good and evil. They were the equivalent to, they were oblivious. You know what I'm saying? Which is, seems like the state that they wanted you to be in. Whoever, God is, okay? Clearly the desire was for you not to eat of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Right? Now, if you haven't eaten of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, then you would be, in the wilderness. In the wilderness. And everything, this environment that was created, it was like it was literally a garden. It was a garden, and you didn't really need to know much. There's no money here. There's no money here in the garden, okay, in nature, right? There's no money here. You reach up, you grab whatever fruits and vegetables, eat, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to eat. This is not talking about any type of meat yet, but basically, your original diet wasn't consisting of any meat. Okay, all of the animals on the planet, including man, were they ate herbs and trees. Right? They ate herbs and trees. So let's see here. Oh, I know what I want to say there. This very last verse. No. Okay, therefore, a man shall leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. That means you ain't supposed to be leaving your women and stuff, or you're not supposed to do that. Okay, that's just you're not supposed to do that. Okay, so it gets deeper, but that's cool. Little chapter 2. We'll move on to chapter 3.